Multiple relationships will always be an issue in counseling and in therapeutic affairs. So it's you know I'm elated to be able to get into in depth to study the effects of multiple relationships in vis-a-vis therapeutic relationships, therapeutic activities between counselors and clients. But we could say that it's actually instructive to glean from the APA ethics code, which describes multiple relationships as something that occurs when a psychologist is in a professional role with a person, and one at the same time the psychologist is in another role with the same person, or at the same time the psychologist is in a relationship with a person closely associated with or related to the person with whom the psychologist has the professional relationship, or also the psychologist promises to enter into another relationship in the future with a person or a person closely associated with or related to that person. So you find out that these things exist because we are living in a world, and human friendship, human associations, it's actually vastly agreeable. So we're living in a world where these things must happen, and no man can actually exist in a vacuum. The most important thing is to respect the client. The client must be respected at all time, to know where to draw the line, no matter what you're doing, no matter what kind of relationship you're engaged in, to know that you cannot abuse the client physically, mentally. You cannot abuse the client's, misuse the client's property. You cannot abuse the client sexually. And you must put on your sixth sense, because it's actually your sixth sense that will, you know, pick up things and tell you, hey, it looks like I'm approaching the line. And it behooves, whenever you're approaching the line, for you to know that it's time to step back. You don't have to wait until you step on the line or to cross the line for you to know that it's time to step back. In many ways, relationships could foster therapy. In many ways, the relationship, the fact that somebody knows you, could also help. It might at the same time be a two-edged sword, wherein the person knows you, begins to treat the whole thing, the whole process as a process between friends. So it's actually something that has to be studied on a case by case basis. And that brings me to the big issue. Should there be rules, hard and fast rules, to guide these situations? In my opinion, there should be no rules, and I support the statement that there should be no rules. There should be no hard and fast rules. Each case is a different case, and if we make hard and fast rules, they could actually backfire. And when they backfire, they will make the situation worse. So each case is different, and because each case is different, they should be treated differently. The situation should be studied properly, and the therapist should warn himself when it looks like he's approaching the line. The therapist should be careful. The antenna should be on and red alert at all times to remind the therapist that a relationship could result in faulty faulty activities, or faulty results. So that's very important. It could it could backfire. So I believe that relationships could stay, but there should be no hard and fast rules. And if there are no hard and fast rules, we could look at them on on a case by case basis, and that would be the best thing to do. So long as, like I said, the client must be respected, and the line must be must be identified, and you must make sure that you do not approach the line, let alone stepping on it or crossing the line. So yes, no hard and fast rules. No hard and fast rules. That would spoil the relationship. That will spoil the therapeutic relationship. Thank you.